Happy Tuesday. Tuesday is my YouTube day, so I spend the day making YouTube videos. I think it's really important to chunk out your calendar. One of the hardest things that I had to figure out at the beginning was, where do I find time to make videos? And trying to make videos every day was destroying my productivity. So having one day per week where that's all I had to focus on really helped me be a lot more productive. This is my break in the day, and we're going to bring in a special guest, and we're going to do some movement here in the house. I'm excited. We're going to meet Omar in the house.
Hey, what's up, Evan? How's it going?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing amazing. I gotta say, I'm honored, and it's a pleasure to be here with you. I'm a big fan.
I love it, man. So Omar is part of my Movement Makers program, and part of that we're doing this IG Live. So what do you got, man? How can I help?
Well, I mean, I burned the ships and all that. After 18, 19 years of being a small business owner, owning a bunch of franchises, I decided, what the heck? Go for the leap. I've been following you and all that. I got a book that just came out 2 weeks ago called What If It Did Work? And it's pretty much about just overcoming fear, because when it comes to the business world, when it comes to starting our own YouTube channel and all that, we always focus on, oh my gosh, it's not going to work. Who wants to follow me? Who wants to read my stuff? Why would I want to open up my own business? Because at the end of the day, I'm going to go broke and everybody's going to find out. Just the fear of failure, the fear of success, so many different types of fear that hold us back.
I love it, man. I agree. I think we get these bold ideas, and then we instantly start talking ourselves down. What if it doesn't work? Or we tell our friends and family, and they tell us, well, it's probably not going to work. And so we don't do it. So what if it did work? What a question. Do you have like stickers or like, I could see that going on people's computers.
I'm trying to do the movement now, because I mean, I was a journalist at one time and all that, and you're right. Our biggest critics that hold us back are usually our friends, our families and all that, just because they think they're giving us the right ideas. Hey, stay in corporate America, or that's not for you and all that. I mean, my mom was like my biggest, you would think she's my biggest fan, but at the end of the day, even to this day, she's like, oh my gosh, maybe you should have gone to that government job or worked for corporate America and all that. And it's like, Mom, why, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for the words of encouragement.
So how can I help you? Trying to get the message out more about the book? Where can I get some perspective?
Yeah, no, definitely. What if it did work? It's right now it's self-published, because at the end of the day, I'm in service, and I just wanted to help people, just whether it's one person, two people, five people, 100 people and all that. Right now it's only available at Amazon, $9.99. I'm getting ready to start a YouTube channel, just like what you said at the end of the day, because it was slowly but surely, I was in comfort, and it wasn't until I'm like, enough, I have to sell my stores, I have to do that. And then I want to help people, because my second book I'm working on, it's called The Vacation CEO, and a lot of small business owners think that they own the business, but in actuality, the business owns them. They're a slave to the business, and I want to help people scale, entrepreneurs scale, so at the end of the day, they don't miss their kids' soccer games or graduations and stuff like that.
The thought that comes to mind instantly is, well, one, yes, you should be on YouTube. You should be making content. I mean, you've got so much experience, and you're not afraid to be in front of a camera and share your message. I think that's a great long-term play for you to build your brand. The thing that comes to mind for me, for what if it did work, two things. One, the difference between what if it did work and Vacation CEO, and even my books, Built to Serve and Your One Word, your what if it did work is not just a book. It's a question that people need to be constantly reminding themselves of.
Correct. I have to agree with that.
It's something that they should ask themselves every day, maybe even multiple times per day, because the doubt comes in so quick.
Oh, exactly. Just think about any little rejection or any speed bump, and a lot of people just pull back completely, because they're like, you see, That's it. And it's always, we were never born with that fear. God, the universe never gave us fear. It was just placed in us by our family, our friends, society, just to keep us safe. In
Yeah.
actuality, it's the worst thing possible.
So what comes to my mind is that that needs to be a part of, there's the book, which I'm sure is great. I mean, I haven't seen it yet, but I'm sure the content's great. And I'm sure you're teaching people what to do and how to ask the question and what, next step should be. Fantastic. But after they're done with the book, what happens to most books? After you're done with the book, people put it on the bookshelf, they put it somewhere in a closet, you never see it again. Your book, even if they never read it again, the reminder needs to be there every day.
Oh, completely. At the end of the day, whether it's your book, my book, Tony Robbins, Grant Cardone, the list goes on and on. People say, well, the book didn't work for me. And that's the 100% true, because at the end of the day, all the work comes from within. And at the end of the day, we wake up every morning. We either decide we're going to have an amazing day. This is my day to create something that's going to push me forward. Or, like so many people, oh, it's only 2 days away from Friday, 3 days away from Friday. Well, if you're just going to go through life aimlessly, I mean, life's not going to give you much.
Yeah. So here's what I'm thinking though. Like, I think either your book itself has to be the thing that people keep in front. Like, they need to ask themselves that question every day. Here's like, this is legit so I'm sitting here, this isn't my desk. Desk is like my sit down IG live desk. And here's what I look at. Like, I got my books here. I got the statue here. And then this is just blank wall here. This wall needs to have, what if it did work?
Amen.
Right? And not just for me, like everybody, like that's how you build the movement, is that everybody's got that space in their office that needs that mental reset, that reminder, like I'm slipping into it again, that if I'm sitting here feeling down about myself, like boom, there it is right in front of me. What if it did work, as a reminder of who I want to be again? So exactly. I see that as either it's the book itself, but books kind of suck in that you have to lean them up against something. But what you could do is my phone is on this as I'm doing our show. You could get this for a book, like a little easel or something. The what if it did work easel, because the book is not just meant to be a book. It's meant to be a permanent part of your environment to remind you of the commitment you made to live your best life.
Oh, exactly. I mean, if anybody wants to follow me, I'm public on Facebook, Omar Medrano. I mean, I've got videos that way. I'm going to start putting them up on a YouTube channel and all that. And I do want it to be a movement. I don't want people to live with regret. I don't want somebody to wake up one day at 60, 70 years old saying, what could have been? Well, what could have been is now. All we have is right now. You could have failed 19, 20, 21 times. We could have been a failure yesterday. But at the end of the day, let's do something today to create a better you for tomorrow.
So I think for that to happen, for the movement to take off, you need to have a physical manifestation of the movement next to the person's office on their. So, but that's you in leading it and training it. So it could, if it's the book itself, then it's a little easel for it to stand on. It could be a mug, like what if it did work mug that they drink from every day. It could be stickers that they put somewhere on their office. Like anybody who's bought the book, and if it's self-published, what I would do is redo the first page of the book and submit it again and say, hey, if you want to be part of the movement, get the whatever, email me your receipt and I'll send you the stickers or the easel, or here's how you can buy it, because you want people living it every single day. And a book on its own people are just used to not throwing it away, but
oh, exactly.
It's somewhere back there. Like all my books are somewhere in some cabinet somewhere, right?
I hear you. All my books are everywhere too, so I know the feeling.
But what if it did work is not just a book. It's a reminder, and you need that reminder in front of you. So I think I think you got something really special. You have a really cool book title that most people don't have. And not that there's anything wrong with Vacation CEO or Built to Serve or mine, but Vacation CEO isn't isn't the reminder that you need every day. You're not asking yourself everyday vacation CEO. But what if it did work? You need to be asking yourself that question. So, and you're like you, me, everybody watching, that's a constant reminder that we need for ourselves. So a physical manifestation, either an easel for the book that people can buy to have it up there, or stickers that you send people, and you're encouraging people to share and take pictures. Because if they're looking at that every day and not just the book that they read and now it's in their cabinet somewhere, they're going to tell their friends about it, which is going to lead to a lot more book sales for you. When they're doing lives or on, pictures, people will see it like, oh, what's that book back there? Oh, this is, Omar wrote this book. It's great. I remind myself every day. And more importantly, for anybody who writes a book, we want it to have an impact, right? You want to reach people. You want them to actually make a change in their life. It's not just about buy my book. So I think a physical manifestation, either an easel or stickers or mugs or something, is something like that feels right from those ideas.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. I love the stickers because everybody loves stickers. Everybody wants to be a part of something, whether, and that's why CrossFit works. That's why all these other different organizations work, because you want to be inclusive and you want to be, and you're right. I mean, I do want to start a movement of what if it did work.
I think that the cheapest thing is stickers, pins, and magnets.
Okay, thanks.
That they could put on their fridge, they could put in their office, they could wear on their shirt. I like the easel because it's actually the book, but it's probably a little bit more difficult to source. And then encourage people to tag you, and anytime they do, you share it on your Instagram, and you'll have people now feeling like they're part of something, and not just, okay, here's another book that made sense in the time, but now I've moved on to something else. And now all the fears and doubts and everything has crept back in. So that's one. The other thing that I think is super helpful for you is community. Inside the movement, to be able to connect people to each other, whether that's, we do it through a Facebook group. It could be Facebook, it could be something else. But why do people need this book? Well, because the voice in their head sucks most of the time.
Exactly.
Right?
Correct.
And the people around them suck most of the time. Right?
True.
And it's not that they're bad people or don't have, your mom telling you go get a real job. It's actually a loving message, right?
Yeah. No, I love my mom to death. So
and she loves you, advice. Right? Yeah. She loves you. So her, not supporting you, she's actually supporting you in her mind, right? And that's most people's parents. Like chances are your mom, everybody out there, your moms, love you too. They just have a different version of success compared to yours. So that's fine. So the voice in our own head sucks most of the time. The voices around us suck most of the time. And so if you can create community of people encouraging each other, it takes what if it did work from just a book to an actual movement where people are cheering each other on. And it basically the place to, anytime you feel doubt, before you quit, come to our group and post what you're going through.
I love that. And
we'll cheer you on. And we'll do the what if it what is that? Does that spell anything? What if it did work? WIIDT?
No, I wish it did, but
DW? WIIDW? I'm a visual guy, so it's hard for me. What if it did work? WIIDW. So you have them like hashtag WIIDW, hashtag WIIDW. And basically it's the place where when nobody else supports you, when you feel like everything is against you, including yourself, come to the WIIDW group and we'll give you love.
I love that. Thanks. That definitely put a spark in there.
So anybody this is why I would redo the page 1 of your book and resubmit it, because you need to collect the email addresses of the people who buy the book. And I know for you, it's not just about selling X thousand copies, but making a meaningful difference. And so you get their email address and then can send them a sticker or pin or magnet, or have an option for them to buy the mug or the easel, and then an invitation to join the What If It Did Work group, that then they can meet other people. And the whole point of that is we're the place to come to. But think about what social media is. Social media is almost always the place to show off and brag.
Oh,
right?
100%.
Especially here on Instagram. It's like the place to show how perfect you are, right? And gives everybody else insecurities, fears, and doubts. Your group is a place to, it's great to hear your wins, but we're the group where when you're feeling vulnerable, come share here and we're going to help.
We'll give you the cyber hugs you need.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that. But you need to now you need to get people's information to be able to form that group.
Yeah, definitely. I'll do that. I'll work on a email list, and I'll talk to my publisher and all that. Well, Amazon and all that, and definitely do that.
Well, if you have a publisher, it's a whole different story because getting a second edition is a nightmare. But if it's self-published, you just edit the first page. Like I'll show you, like Built to Serve, right? Yeah, no. Like the very first, okay, there's praise and then whatever, but there's like here, do you want free bonuses? It's the very first page. It's like right after this, like Built to Serve, next page. Do you want free bonuses? Picture of me, and then here's what you have to do. Like just send me your email address with a picture of you with the book, and then now you have the email address, and then you send them a sticker, and you invite them to join your community.
I like that. I'll definitely do that, Evan. Thanks for you definitely opened up the possibilities. Possibilities are endless.
And then the next book you have and coaching or consulting or whatever else you want, you've got a community to then sell to.
Okay.
Because this is a community thing. Like Vacation CEO is a mindset shift.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to help them realize something that they hadn't realized before. But it's less of a community kind of book.
Well, true. Not everybody's an entrepreneur. Not everybody's owns a business to begin with. So you're right. This way, everybody and anybody's got self-doubt, fears.
Yeah, I'm gonna start a workout plan, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I can't do that. I'm too fat. I'm too whatever.
I'm too old. We all know the hundreds of excuses. You know, that's for them. I can't do that. Genetically, I'm not there. I've got a thyroid issue. I've got this issue. I've got that issue. We all love to play victim, or we all love to create our own stories, our own roadblocks.
Yeah. What if it did work?
Exactly.
Those two things, man. Like, even I've got sticky notes with my logo on it that these are just for myself. It could be the same thing. Just something, doesn't have to be expensive, but if it's sticky notes or pins or stickers or magnets, something that I can have. Like imagine this is where you're writing down your ideas.
Mm-hmm.
And then at the top is always the what if it did work as a reminder. Oh, what did I write down? Oh yeah, what if it did work? It's like it's always showing up. That's how you turn into a movement.
I love it. Thanks for the words of wisdom. That's why I follow you. That's why I've been.
Dude, I'm so excited. This is great.
Cool. No, definitely. I'm glad, and we'll definitely start that movement. And well, shoot, I know you'll follow the movement. I mean, great minds think alike, right?
Yeah, and again, the more like it's in people's environments, I think that's when community and environment, whatever you can do to build community and in the environment is how it starts to take off. And then you'll have people, like people buy Built to Serve for their companies.
Oh, I mean, I bought it over a year ago, and it's an amazing book. Completely audible too.
People will buy it for their team because they want them to figure out their who's, right? People will buy this book for their team or for, I think even in the world of any of the marketing companies, like the network marketing stuff, I think this could sell super well in, where there's so much, this is an entrepreneurship, but there's a lot of doubt, or any like the real estate, insurance, where you're kind of like your own, even in the franchise world, man, like you're your own boss, but you kind of have a structure or system that you're fitting into, where there's somebody above you. Mm-hmm. I think that person, all they're doing is trying to lead the people underneath them, and their entire team is filled with insecurity and doubt constantly.
Mm-hmm.
I could see that person buying 100 copies for the people on your team to say, read this book and keep it next to you, and get the sticker and put it on your desk, on your computer, or in front of you, because this is possible, but you have to be asking yourself this question every day: what if it did work?
Exactly. Exactly. Thanks a mil, Evan. And is it this Thursday, our next session, or is it the following Thursday?
This Thursday, Movie Maker is back on. We're doing actually books, pros and cons, self-publishing versus publishing. We were supposed to do it 2 weeks ago, but that's when Nina cut up her hand and we had to rush to the hospital. So we did a clubhouse session 2 weeks ago. So this time is
So
books.
you see, there are no coincidences. Everything
It,
happens for a reason,
it's
for a
perfect
time.
timing, man. It's perfect
Perf
timing. We're
Perfect
talking
timing.
books.
Yeah, definitely. I'll be there like usual on Thursday.
Cool, man. Well, thanks for this. I'm super pumped for your for the movement, dude. There's so much there, and share in the group the progress. And if you need help, the group's here for you too. If
Oh,
you
for
need
sure. For
if you want
sure.
feedback on like the stickers or the pins or the magnets or the mugs or whatever, post it and they'll help too.
Definitely. It takes a team. Thanks a mil, Evan.
Awesome. Thank you, Omar.
All
Talk
righty. Take
soon.
care. See you Thursday.
Ciao.
Bye.